Hello everybody. Today we're going to see how I draw powder. So let's start out with a sketch. Don't want to go any higher than that. I'm going to draw the body. And just a quick sketch just to make sure I got everything in the right place. Make sure there's room for everything. The sketch is coming out a little darker than I wanted, but that's okay. And we're going to draw the top of the jacket, the eyes, and a lot of the face is covered up, so this is going to be a pretty easy drawing. We don't have to worry about too many details. And I think we might be ready. Okay, so I'm going to move on to a Sharpie. You're welcome to continue with pencil, but I'm going to stick with darker outlines to get thick and thin lines for different styles. So let's go ahead and do the eyes first. I always like to do the eyes, and I'm going to start off with a thinner marker, or thinner Sharpie. So I'm going to do the top of the eyelid first on both sides. I'm going to swoop it like that, then swoop it like that, very little, very tiny. Then I'm going to come underneath and draw that part, come underneath, draw that part, and give her a top eyelid real fast. Then I'm going to draw the pupil inside, another half circle, another half circle like that. I'm going to go ahead and color them in. And I'm going to go ahead and draw a little bit more here, and draw a little bit more here, just to give it that eyelash look. And that's all I need for the light one. So now I'm going to go back to the thicker Sharpie. And let's go ahead and draw her coat, since that covers up her face. I'm going to come down on this side like this, draw basically like that, and come down on this side like that. And I'm going to go ahead and work on the shoulders. Come out this way, come out this way, and I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of the body and the arms. So I'm going to come down just a little bit here, go in and out, come down a little bit here, go in and out, and then I'm going to go ahead and do the arms. I'm going to come down here like this, come down here like this, the other side, and then I'm going to draw the forearms. Just going to bump out just a little bit, bump out just a little bit. It's the same thing. I'm going to go out and down, and she has gloves, so we'll go ahead and draw those next. So I'm going to basically start a little bit outside this one and go across to connect that, and then I'm going to bring it down just a little bit and go out like that. So do the same thing here, out and across, same thing at the bottom. And I always like to draw fists because they're the easiest things to draw. So I'm going to come down here like this and go in, and then I'm going to come out and down, and I like to do a cross like that. That's this part. And so I'm going to do the knuckles now, which is down and across, and from the top across. Sometimes I go backwards, sometimes I go down. As long as you're doing the same thing, it's all going to work out. So I'm going to go down and in, and then I go out, down, and knuckle, across, knuckle, up. Doesn't look perfect, doesn't look like it matches, but it's good enough for what we want to do, right? So I'm going to work more on the head, and I'm going to go back and forth between the thick and the thin Sharpie because there's some other details I want to do. It's going to make it look better for me, for my style, because this is how I draw. And you do what you do, so it'll work for how you draw. So I'm going to go ahead and switch out for this now. And I'm going to, I tell you what, let's do this. I'm going to take the Sharpie. I'm going to go across a little bit down and back up and come here. I'm not going to touch the eye. I'm going to go underneath, right? We're going to go across a little bit, up and across, and connect that. And that's going to be the edge of her jacket. And she's got 4 little squares here, so we're going to go ahead and do those. They don't have to be perfect. And let's go ahead and do the top of her. Whoa, no, before I do that, this is why I wanted to have the thinner one. With your pencil, you can just draw thick or thin, but with a marker, I kind of have to use what it allows me. So I'm going to draw the top of the material that's inside. It's like a, oops, make sure this works. There we go. It's the inside of the jacket, which is furry, fuzzy, whatever you want to call it. So I'm just going to go across and do kind of like this. Just a little bit of style and technique to make it look like it's some kind of fuzzy material on the inside. And I'm also going to want to do that for her jacket too, but the flap of her jacket right there, but I'm going to come back to do that. But now that I have that, I'm going to come back and add these little marks here, but I'm going to add the top of the hat now that I know where my edge is here. So I'm going to just kind of loop it around like that, and that's going to be the top of her hat because her hat's really low to keep her warm, right? And oh, and also while we're doing it, let's go ahead and draw her hair. So I'm going to come out from here and draw like a little S for the hair, so, or backwards S, I guess. And connect it like that. And there's the top of her hair. And so now let's draw the goggles and the top of her head. So I'm gonna start here and I'm gonna move this way to draw the bridge that goes across the nose. Okay, and since I have that, I can go ahead and extend these edges. And then the top is just going to arc across. And extend like that. And now I can draw the top half of her hat to connect that. And there's the goggles that come out to the side there. So you'll see what I'm talking about over here. So I'm going to draw the strap of her goggles. I'm going to draw a line down like that, and then do it from the top. I'm going to do the same thing and bring it down. And then I'm going to go ahead and draw the rest of her hat, connect it like that. Draw the top of her head like that. That's good enough. And now I'm going to draw the jacket flap I was talking about. So I'm going to come from here, go down, angle across, bring it over for this bottom part of the jacket, and then bring it up to there and connect it over here with this edge, bring it down and go across. So what I want to do now is add a little bit of detail. So I'm going to get the thinner marker again. So I'm going to do the little fuzzy parts again, so it's on the inside. So I'm just going to kind of do this little jagged fuzzy little material inside. And I'm going to bring it across and down to the bottom, and like that. And she's got a pocket that does the same thing, so I'm going to do this and this, and again just kind of fuzzy, jagged little edge there. Okay, and I'm going to do the same thing at the bottom of this one, go all the way across, like that, and do this pocket as well. More fuzzies across. And I like to draw little extra lines to show that it's not just one continuous line I was drawing. It's got its own unique look to it. You can do it however you want. I'm just throwing in some lines to make it look unique. So I'm going to go ahead and draw just a small little line right here too, because it's a jacket, and that kind of connects that right there. There are straps that hold it across, so I'm going to draw a little square there and a little loop, almost like a hidden band-aid is what that looks like, and a little triangle right here, upside down triangle, and that'll take care of that. So now I want to switch back to the thick marker, and she has a belt hanging down, so I'm going to draw it right here, just kind of coming to the edge of that part. A couple little dots. Now I'm going to draw her legs, and so I'm going to come out here like this to draw that part of the leg, come out here like this to draw that part of the leg, and her pants are kind of, just going to guess right here in the middle, kind of line going across because she's got big baggy pants. Going to come bring it in like this, and her pants kind of flare out because they are snow pants. And so I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to bring it, and then I'm going to flare it out like this. So right now she looks like she's bow-legged, but you'll see what I'm talking about in a minute. So then I'm going to bring this down a little bit more. Bring this down a little bit more because that represents the bottom half of her leg. Kind of like that and like that. And I'm going to draw the boots. She's got big old snow boots that do the same thing. They flare way out from the bottom. So we're going to draw an arc like that, and I'm going to come out, way out to here, because like I said, they bow out a bit. So I'm going to go in and out. So I'm going to go in just a little bit, then out, way out on the side like that. Do the same thing over here. Kind of guess where the ankle is going to be. I'm going to go in and out, and then I'm going to do the same thing for the inside. So I'm going to do like this. In and out, and then I'm going to go across and connect everything. And if you don't have anything connecting like right there, then let's make something up. Let's make the bottom of her pants hang out right there. Boop. And that'll take care of that. So now we just got to draw the bottom of her shoes. So we'll do the same thing here. We're going to come down and hit that. That's the bottom of her shoes. And I'm going to point them like that. And then this one is going to go out, so it's out like that. And there's her shoes. So the last few things I'm going to do is just put a few little details in. And so she has like knee pads in her snow pants. So I'm just going to draw little lines like that. Draw another one over here. And that'll take care of the knee pads. And there's some details in her shoes, just little ones like this, and a little one like this, and there you have powder. So here is my colored version. You could do it however you like. I just thought I'd show you how I decided to color it. If you'd like to color it like this, you can always pause the video here and use the coloring techniques that I used, or you can just make it your own. Remember, this is how I draw. You draw how you draw. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more adventures of how I draw. Plus, don't forget to hit that notification button to be updated about each new video.